for the people who didn't, who aren't here. Okay, so let's see. You all have your phones?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this right now for me? I want you to text me your first name. And I'm going to add you into my phone. There's my, in the chat. So if you don't have the chat open, just go down to the bottom and hit the chat bubble. And you'll see I just put my phone number in there. It's hot. All right, Giselle wins. I got hers first. Oh, Mr. Hey, there's Adrian. See, I knew he'd make. Hi, Adrian. Right now, what we're doing is sending me a text with your first name, and I put my phone number in the chat. So if you go down to the bottom and you click on the little chat bubble, you'll see my phone number there. So just send me a text with just your first name. John, I already have yours.
Trayvon. Trayvon, can you hear this?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I just need to know.
What's up? You live? Friday, Saturday.
Okay, I got Giselle, I got Keyshawn, I got Helen, Daniela, Terrell, waiting for Danny, Trayvon, and Adrian.
I just been on.
Okay, Adrian, I didn't get yours. Danny and Trayvon, I didn't get yours. Did you send it?
I went to the decline, having it into multiplication. Show me how you do it.
Danny, did you send in a text? Oh, okay, gotcha. Trayvon left for some reason. Adrian, did you send me a text, hon? There you are, Danny. And who in this group here has Kristen's number? Would you send her a text and ask her to text me with her first name? Trayvon got you, thank you. And then do any of you have Javier and Jose's numbers? No? Okay. They're my elusive. Huh?
Valeria's coming.
Oh, and Valeria, okay. Oh, I left her off. Who else am I missing?
I think that's it.
Oh, we had 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe we had 14. I think. Oh, Raven.
I have
How about
Raven's
Raven?
number.
You want to text her too for me? And thanks. All right, so can I just keep talking then? Is everybody ready to listen to me? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So the first things first, the College Board had to revamp all of the exams. And since ours is one of the exams that is a 3-hour multiple choice and essay exam, which most of them are, you know, minus like the math exams, studio art exams, those are slightly different. Yours is set up half multiple choice and half essay with about 5 essays. They've shrunk it all down to a 45-minute exam, and it's only going to be 1 essay question. So no multiple choice whatsoever, and you get 1 question. I'm not sure how they're going to do it yet. They're going to let us know by April 3rd what kind of question it's going to be. And it's only going to cover what they thought we should have covered so far. So they're going to stop at what's called Chapter 6, which is the Africa unit. We've done everything except for the Americas, so Indigenous Americas and the African unit. We also didn't finish up the rest of modern. So there's a little bit of content that you guys didn't get, but then again, it might be maybe prudent for us to not cover every single little thing because it's only going to be 1 essay question. So when I get more information about what the question is going to look like, they're not going to tell us the question, but we'll have an idea of what kind of question it is. They have like a ranking of different types of questions. Obviously, I'm going to let you guys know that. So in the meantime, I had put up a schedule last week because I had no idea what we're going to be doing, of what you should be covering. And I didn't really have any expectations of you going ahead, you know, any further. But what I am going to do now is, if you haven't, I'd like for you to join Khan Academy because they have really great supplementary information for the rest of the images that you guys haven't covered. And that's what they cover, all of the images, but we're only going to cover the ones that they're requiring you to know. We're not going to continue on to the other. Basically, all of Southeast and all of Asia is cut out. 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. So there's a whole section that's cut out. We're not going to cover that. It's sad because it's awesome stuff, but we're just not going to cover that. So really what I wanted to do today was, number 1, answer any questions that you had. And then number 2, kind of set you up with some resources so that you can start mostly kind of like watching videos, and then see if you wanted me to record my lecture like I did that one time that I was out. So there's lots of options of ways for me to give you information. Some are a lot more fun than others. So that's why I want to ask you what you guys would like to do. What do you think would be more interesting to you, and what would actually get you on there to look at it to prep you for the exam? I see Valeria. Heyo. Valeria, if you haven't already, in the bottom there's a little chat bubble. Can you click on that? And my phone number is there. Can you text me your first name? Adrian, I got yours. Okay, so like I said, if you guys have any questions, if you want to put it in the chat box, that way we don't forget it while we're talking. But let's start there. So do you have any questions about the changes in the exam? Where are you going to take the exam? Do you guys know?
Online.
Online, at home.
What day?
Yeah,
May.
alternate day.
I don't think they have the schedule out yet for the set day. Let me check. They only gave me the studio art submission deadline, because that one is a little bit different. Let me see.
So you don't know about the APR?
I try to forward up.
The AP test even? You don't know about the other AP test? Hello?
What are you saying?
Do you not know about the other AP test?
He said, "Do you not know about the other AP test?"
I got you. I got
Like,
you. So that's all of the exams that are set up that
Yeah.
way. Can you guys hear me okay?
oh, they're all
Yes.
gonna be 45 minutes?
Yep. So the ones that are particular to like writing, and have multiple choice. So I'm assuming any of the language type exams, anything that's like a history exam, psychology, what else? I'm not sure how sciences is going to work.
Environmental.
Yeah, anything with a writing component is probably going to be the 45-minute exam. Let's see, dates. Yeah, they haven't changed the dates online, so they don't have a set date. But like I said, on the 3rd, they're going to send out more information, so they'll probably give us the date. Right now, the AP Studio submission is at the end of May. It's May 28th. So that gives you a really long, it's like 2 weeks past what the original date was. So they're probably going to move them all to maybe that week, if that helps. Valeria, were you able to send me a text?
They're trying to forward up.
Can you shut that door, Nick, please? Valeria? Wave at me. Valeria. Okay, were you able to send me a text?
You may keep on.
I just sent you a message. Can you read that, Valeria?
What is Daddy doing?
Okay, maybe I just didn't get it yet. And let's see. Daniela, did you hear back from Raven?
She said she's gonna, and since that dentist appointment,
Did you ask her to send me a text?
let me do that right now.
Thank you very much. Okay, so any more questions about the actual exam?
I actually don't know. I just want to know the date. Is it it's in April?
No, May.
Right. May. Okay.
May.
It most likely will be moved to the end of May.
I have a question
So
about
we're
school.
out of school for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, like what? We're out of school for the rest of the year?
Is that a microphone?
Yeah, it's my,
Oh.
it's my
I love it. All right. Yes. So if you haven't been looking at the FWSD website, I'm going to mute you guys for just a second. If you haven't been looking at the FWSD website, they have more of the up-to-date information there. So the superintendent just, I think it was it yesterday or the day before, said that we're going to be out indefinitely, meaning that Tarrant County, but the mayor said that everybody's on a shelter in place until I think it's like May 15th. So that means any non-essential businesses have to close, including schools. So we're definitely closed until the 15th, but we get out the 28th or something like that. So we most likely will not be stepping foot back into the school this year. So all of your classes are online. So all of the teachers, it's been quite hilarious because everybody's scrambling to get everything online so that you don't miss out getting a grade to finish out the year. So everybody's trying to do their own way of getting the information for each of your classes online. The AP classes are a little bit different because we are limited by what the College Board says. So the College Board had to decide on what they're doing with the exam, so we know how to move forward. So since they've moved the exam forward, meaning later at a later date into May, there's Kristen, that means that you have a little bit more time to cover the material that we should have covered up to now, based on what they think that we should have covered. So that's good for your AP classes, I think. Is anybody in on-ramps?
Yes.
So you should have been contacted by your on-ramps instructors because that has been online since the beginning of the year. So if you haven't gone to Canvas, there's a way for your instructors and UT administration to contact you through Canvas. So make sure you're going on there. I already had a meeting with my on-ramps kids yesterday. So we're just keep it on because that's set by UT and they were already built for online. So you know, they're done. AP is a little different. And then everything else at school has to be online. So like my Art 1 classes have to be online. So right now they're like watching videos and stuff, but
How is math gonna work?
I don't know. I'm assuming that each teacher is going to do something that they find a resource for online. So what we were asked to do was to contact everybody through email. So if you haven't checked your school email, I would. But then if you're like me, you're locked out of your school email. So the only way I have to communicate is, this is why I asked for your numbers. Oh, Danny, look at you. 1 + 1. Seniors, who are my seniors? Let's see. Adrian, Giselle. You're not a senior, are you? Trayvon? Yeah, okay.
Giselle is not me now.
So what?
Shut up, Trey.
Your bandwidth is low, Trayvon.
Giselle
I
is
just-
not
oh, I can't understand you.
I just have to do this. Okay. So anyway, we haven't gotten any word about seniors. Actually, 2 things we haven't gotten word about was, 1 is grading. So we're not sure how we're going to tackle grading it. And 2 is seniors, like how basically they have to give us the grading information so that we can finish out the grades for the semester instead of just cutting it off, because it's not possible to like, okay, we're going to start early or something and keep everybody back. You have to finish somehow. So they're going to give us instructions on how we're supposed to input the grades and finish out the semester. So just make sure you're following your own, like taking care of yourself and following your other classes. Like email your teachers and see, you know, what is it you want me to do? Because most likely it's going to be simplified except for your on-ramps and your AP classes. Okay. Any other exam questions? No? Okay, cool. I see Kristen's there, but no face, no face. Let's see, Kristen, no video and no. Kristen, if you can hear me, can you go to the bottom, click the chat bubble, and then type in a message just saying that you're here and you can hear. Maybe, maybe not. Graduation in the kitchen, I like that. Okay. All right. So content-wise, how many of you have used Khan Academy? Oh, that's more than I thought we were going to raise hands. Excellent. So my nephew's raising his hand. So what I'd like to do is just have you all add my class so that I can just give you information of what we haven't covered. I like Khan Academy. I think it's nice and simple and it's pretty thorough because they have a whole slew of art history stuff specifically for our exam. Sorry. It's fine. Oh yeah, I know. Get out of here. So I'd like to do that. And then I wanted to ask you, and you could just raise your hand if you want me to do this. I can finish out the slide lectures that I have for the content we didn't cover. Just record them and put them on Google Classroom for you to watch. If you would like for me to do that, raise your hand. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're giving me more work to do. That's fine. I'll do that. So I'll record the rest of them. I'll try to get them done as soon as possible, like meaning I've been up working since last week. So I should be able to get those on there for you. I'm not doing, Trayvon, are you frozen or are you just sitting there?
He's more likely
I was
frozen.
like, what do you want, babe? Oh, it's for me? Oh, thank you. I thought you meant that was for your dad. Thank you.
He said,
Okay.
what's the other choice?
The other choice with Khan Academy, me recording the lectures. I've already done the rest of the snapshots for you guys, so I'm going to give you a link to that information. It's on the calendar, but I'll put it on Google Classroom. So you're not going to have any more snapshots. You're not going to have any more quizzes from me. I'm not going to give you any exams except for we'll talk about what the essay question might be. Okay. So for me, it would be easiest, and I'll give you a grade for doing these things. If we can meet once a week on here, and you guys can ask me questions and we could talk about what a possible essay question might look like. That way you're getting good information about what might be on the exam. So isn't that what you're
Sure.
doing, Danny and Trayvon? Like if you're shy, isn't that what that is?
Your laugh was gross. So if you're giving us the information on Khan Academy and we don't need the lecture then, right? Like we
Well,
don't need the videos.
That's what I'm saying. It
Oh.
might be better for, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll record them anyway. And if you are super bored, you can listen to them. But I will give you the information from Khan Academy because it's a lot more thorough about just the 250 that you need to learn. You know, my lectures have a lot more images in them, right? So when I do them, you're going to have a lot more supplementary information. If I just give you the Khan Academy stuff, you're only getting the images you need to know. That's the difference.
Okay.
So let's do this. We'll set up a time once a week to meet. Is this time good for everybody? Wednesday at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, Wednesday.
Any
And then that-
objections? I don't want to
Looking.
speak for everyone.
We don't want you to work so hard. It's not that hard work. I just, I'm trying to make it the easiest for everybody. And it shouldn't be super boring, and sometimes I know it. Probably a lot of the times, like listening to me lecture is boring. But the Khan Academy ones sort of crack me up, so. Because they talk like this, because they're in a museum. They're not really in a museum, but they whisper. Okay, so do you know where to find the information for Khan Academy?
On Google Classroom?
Google Classroom. I'll post everything right there. I haven't put it on there yet, but I will. Raven! You're right. This is getting good. Okay. You let the dog out? Okay, so Khan Academy, I'll post the link for you to join on Google Classroom. If you could get joined by Friday, that'll be your assignment for this week. So we checked in today and you're logged into Google, or you go to Google Classroom and join Khan Academy. That's great. I'll give you credit for that. You guys are credited out for the rest of the year, for me at least. Now we're focusing on the exam. And then I'll start with lessons. I'll just post a bunch of them and you guys could work through them as you have time to work through them. Does that sound good? Like for those of you who don't have anything to do, that's quite hilarious, Giselle. Okay. Another thing that is an option is that link that I sent you guys at the very, very beginning of the chat. It's the remote learning courses. So AP Central, the College Board, and they're doing this for all of their classes. So if you're in any other AP classes, you can go there and find your class. They're scheduling classes for review. So if you are in, here, I'll just share my screen for a minute. Okay, so.
Whoa. Oh, I thought my stuff just got a virus.
No. This is my screen I'm sharing with you so I could show you the schedule. So this is the website, the link that I gave you. It goes straight to art history right here. This is what they have scheduled for classes for you guys. It's free. It's free for me. It's free for you. So if you want to go online at these times and watch lessons on these things, this is what they've scheduled so far. So for example, today at 1 o'clock Eastern. So what time is that for us?
2.
No.
Oh, my fault. 12.
12. So right after we're done with this, if you want to just keep on learning, they're going to go over Micronesia. So actually, and Polynesia and Melanesia. So that's all Oceania. We've already covered Oceania. But if you want a refresher, you can go on at those times and listen to an online course. And it's live. You can ask questions. I'm probably going to check it out just to see what it's like, and I can tell you guys if you don't go on today. So it looks like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they have one at noon for the rest of this week. And then if I scroll down, you can see every other class. So there's AP English, history, macroeconomics, psychology. So they have a schedule for all of these classes. So if you're in any other AP class, go on here and see what they got available for you. I think what they're trying to do is cover things that they think teachers haven't covered yet. So I would take a look at it if I was you and you don't have anything to do at noon today.
Wait, do we still do the book project, or is that a no?
I personally, I would like to see what you guys have done, because technically it should have been done, but I'm not going to count it for a grade. So if you have it done and you want to send it to me, post it on Google Classroom. I'll put a little link for the book project. So if you did it, put it on there. If you didn't do that, I'm not going to yell at you anything or count it against you. Okay. But I'm just, personally, I would like to know what you thought about the book. So if you did like a little review or something, that could be it too. I know John had like a huge list. He sent it to me for a break and had a bunch of images on it. So you're probably almost done, right, John? Okay. So this is the schedule from College Board, and that's that link. I will also post that on Google Classroom. Is there anything else? This is the website. I'm going to clean this up. So if you need more information, I'll put more information. Oh, sorry, this is 3D. But my menu, there we go. Here we go. That's art history. I got some emails from some of you. Could you guys also send me an email to my personal account, because I'm locked out of the school account? So right here is my personal account. From whatever email you want to use. I would suggest using your personal email from here on out, because clearly Fort Worth stuff doesn't work.
Somebody must not like the district.
No.
Yes.
And then, yeah, it was like some Russian ransomware or something. What? So ransomware is, when they hack into your system and they actually want money to not spread your information, like steal your information and spread it around. And Fort Worth, what are you laughing at?
Did he?
No.
All right.
So anyway, on my website too, and again, I'll put it on Google Classroom, the shortened exam list. So this is the snapshots that I did for you guys. So this is all of the information about, well, it's not all the information, but it's all the images that could possibly show up on your exam. So if they say, looking at the Great Hall of Bulls, what is another culturally appropriate artwork from the 250 image list that shows blah, 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 blah. So whatever the essay question is, it probably will need to reference the list. And since you're taking it online, they're going to put in like measures to keep you from like cheating, meaning not everybody's probably going to get the same question. But I'm giving you these resources so that you have them available. So I would consider all of your AP exams from here on out open book exams. So you're going to be, you're going to need to talk about, well, in your essay, you're going to need to talk about your pieces more than identify your pieces. So that's why I'm just giving you all of this done. And I put the picture and then the information about it. So obviously we've already covered all of this stuff, but when you get way down to the bottom, you're going to pick up from, see, we haven't covered this stuff yet. So where did we stop? We stopped here, right? Cassatt. We haven't talked about Van Gogh. Right about here. Monet. So from here down is what you're responsible to kind of cover in Khan Academy, which I'll give you the assignments. There's some architecture, but it stops at the end of modern, and then it'll hop over to, yeah, this is great stuff right here. Oh, sad I don't get to like be there when you guys see this stuff for the first time. Okay, this is where the Americas start. So Art of the Americas. So this is like these cliff dwellings here, I was actually thinking about driving over to look at them again during this quarantine, but I heard that the state lines, you can't cross them now. So this is over in Colorado, the southwestern corner of Colorado, where they call Four Corners, where it's like Colorado, Arizona, the 4 states, New Mexico. And it's this huge state park. And in these cliffs, there's like stone cliffs, are carved homes. And like, you can't even tell like from this picture. This is why this kills me. But Khan Academy has some really good videos on stuff like this. But this is part of the Americas. So it does North America and South America. It covers pretty much all the indigenous populations there that are usually left out of art history. Yaxchilan, Great Serpent Mount. This is up in the Northeast. Templo Mayor. This is Mexico City. So if you guys have ever been to Mexico City, you were walking on this old Aztec city. That's a part of our list. Headdress, a bunch of other stuff. This corn cob thing here, they do a really good job. Like, you look at it and you're like, okay, that's a corn cob. What does that have to do with art history? It has a lot to do with, ancient Americans, Machu Picchu. But this is a really great section. Don't look over, don't pass over it because it's not paintings like what we've been covering. And then the last one for you to cover is African art. So you really don't have that many more images, especially if you look at this. Actually, I could give you I'm just going to give you guys the link right now in case you want to look at it.
So who's to say you don't use your phone on this AP exam?
Nobody's to say that. So that's what they're trying to figure out right now. How to distribute a College Board exam to people at home who have lots of devices, right?
Mhm.
Who knows? So I would say you find a way, right? Yeah.
I'll find a way.
But don't leave yourself totally empty. Don't kind of like not look over the information. The more you know ahead of time, the easier it's going to be for you to find the information, right? So if you know if it's about some type of cultural aspect of a building, an ancient building that's either, the pyramids of Giza. How does that compare to what I just mentioned? Maybe the cliff dwellings at Mesa Verde. So the more you know, and you can see it in your mind, right? The easier you'll be able to find it. You pick up the phone. I didn't say that, but 19 messages. Okay, none of those are questions for me. Okay, so communism. Going backwards. None of
Terrell,
this
your
makes
laugh
sense.
is nasty.
All right. So let me put this link here for you guys. That link I just sent, that big old messy link, that's that document I just was showing you, okay? So what I'm hearing is some of you want my lectures. I will finish out the rest of my lectures like I would have up to African art and post them if you want to watch them. But I'm going to expect that you all join the Khan Academy classroom I set up for you. And I'll put the assignments for all the rest of the images on there. So that's where I definitely want you to start. Does that sound good for everybody? And then we're going to meet back once a week, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. That way we can discuss essay questions and answer any other questions. Cool? And then what's the last thing I wanted you to do today besides text me?
Join Khan Academy.
Send me an email.
Send you an email.
Yeah. Email, Khan Academy.
Good
I
job,
remember
Danny.
that.
Danny knew the answer.
Okay, so I got Valeria and Raven, if you guys can text me, I'll put my phone number again because it's all the way at the top.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. So I need Valeria and Raven and Kristen to text me at that phone number I just posted. Thank you. Just text me your first name, and then I'm going to add you all to a group text.
You get my email. Trayvon asked if you got his email.
I got your text, but I haven't looked at my emails yet, but I will look.
I have one Hey Arnold socks.
Wow.
You guys want to see my Hey Arnold socks?
I got Terrell's email, but I didn't get Trayvon.
Oh, Terrell said that. That wasn't Trayvon. We'll see Trey's hair. Trayvon, take off your hoodie.
Oh, okay. I got you, Terrell. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Do you know what pogs are?
What are pogs?
Danny, you talking about the little coin, like pogs? It's frozen.
Trayvon, take off your hoodie.
Raven, I got your text. Thank you.
I want to hear some ASMR.
Valeria, I got yours. Thank you. No, don't want to hear ASMR.
Okay.
ASMR, do it.
So Kristen's been on there, but she hasn't replied or anything. I don't know who texted her originally, but would you ask her to send me a text with her first name, please? And then one last thing, because I can't get into Focus, I can't get into email, I can't get into anything that's Fort Worth. If anyone crosses paths with Javier or Jose in any way, shape, or form, if you wouldn't mind passing on the information to check out our Google Classroom, because we miss them. Otherwise, that's everybody. Before I hop off, is there any last questions? Anything you're wondering?
Is Weaver gonna do something like this?
What does Weaver teach?
Pre-calculus,
How old is Weaver? I don't know who that is.
like 62.
I don't know. Zoom has like taken off. I've been using Zoom forever, but it's really taken off in like the teacher realm of things. Everybody's sharing information on how to use it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got an email from him asking him to meet. Is it an AP course or is it just like a regular math course?
It's like, I don't know, pre-AP, I guess you would say.
Okay.
In a way. Jiminy Crickets.
Most likely, your instructors will either have you using It's Learning or Google Classroom, because those are the two that Ramos specifically asked us to use. I use whatever I want to use, but Zoom's great to talk to you guys. Classroom's great because you don't really get locked out of it if you use your own account. So, oh no, I can't get to my classroom.
Oh.
Oh.
Trayvon, show your hair.
Hey, can you guys see my classroom? Somebody go on right now and see if you can see my
I
classroom.
feel like I would be able to.
I'm locked out at Fort Worth, so.
I'll try.
Keyshawn.
What? But
What are you saying? What are you saying, my guy? Like, I'm so serious. I can't understand the thing that you're saying.
You can see it.
Come on, just show your hair. I want to hear your mouth.
Adrian, you can.
I'm trying to get in there.
Here's the thing, though. I can't post anything new on there because I can't get in there. So let's.
I can get in.
So what's on there is there. I can't even look at what you guys are doing. But let's just rely on my website then. Just treat it like Google Classroom. So just go there. You know what I'm talking about on my website?
Trayvon, what are you saying, bro?
like honestly, type it in the chat.
I just put the direct link to our calendar page. So if you haven't looked at it for a while, make sure you look at that.
What do you mean, Keyshawn, relax?
Oh, 3 more tests.
Alexander has 3 more tests for us. What? 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 Gosh, bro, wasn't he does it like Europe, bro?
He's
He
back.
gets to relax, but we can't. That's ridiculous.
Well, all right. So
Hey,
change.
no, of course.
Trayvon, just type it in the chat, please. Like, I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, you know what? On-ramps exams are already set.
Yeah.
For example, I have a meeting with my on-ramps people tomorrow where they're going to give us the new information on how to treat the rest of the year. So if you're in on-ramps, you may or may not have exams. So that's separate from AP. AP could be different for each teacher. So I'm deciding not to give you exams. I'd rather you just cover the content and then let's discuss. But your other teachers can do whatever they want for those.
Isn't that more work for them if they give the exams?
I don't know, I guess.
Think about yourself sometimes, you know what I mean?
I was not stuck in Europe. We went to London for 3 days. Trayvon asked if I was stuck in Europe for a little bit. So we left on Saturday. We're in London for 3 days. And then we went to Paris. We were in Paris for a full day. We went to the Louvre. There was hardly anybody there. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like Mona Lisa's like right there taking selfies. Nobody's yelling at you to move. It was roomy. It was wonderful. And then we went back to our hotel. And in the middle of the night, I got a call saying that our president had made a speech saying that he's closing the U.S. and we needed to get back by Friday. So the next day, we packed up and went to the airport, and our tour company got us home. So we weren't stuck. We got right home.
Oh,
But our trip got cut short. So we missed out on another day in Paris and 3 days in Barcelona, which is fine.
wow.
Just a couple days later, Spain shut down too. So we would have had to leave anyway.
Quarantine.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Okay. Any other questions?
I'm really just wondering how they go do this for the seniors.
Giselle, what county are you in?
Parker.
They haven't
What?
said anything there?
No.
No, well,
Wait, you don't live in Tarrant County? Oh. Hi, Terrell. You didn't get to say hi to you yet.
How are you, Terrell?
Hi, everyone. I didn't say hi to everyone yet.
Valeria got bangs.
got
Danny,
banged.
show me your bangs. Go ahead, Danny. Yeah, there you go. I missed you guys. It's been fun.
What
Trayvon,
is that, Danielle?
here.
Trayvon, show your hair.
That was my dog.
Jonathan, unmute yourself.
Just
You
watch.
hold the space bar. There you go. Hi. Hi, John. What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, my pants. Hey, y'all trying to Ford up? You know what I'm saying? Fortnite game.
I need to get one of those microphones. You sound amazing, Keyshawn.
Oh, for real, I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't hear nobody but you, man.
You want me to mute him?
Go ahead. Nah.
Okay.
Oh, I have
Well,
any questions. I forgot I heard you.
You forgot?
Yeah.
I'm going to send a group text. I hope you don't mind. You'll all be on it, but you now have my number so that if you have any questions, send me a text. That's the best way to get to me. But remember, what is that? Let me just mute all of you.
I don't watch the credits. That skips all over that. So.
Can't figure out who it is. There it is. Okay. So like I said, don't go to Google Classroom because I can't get to it. Just go to my website. So it's avellacorsa.com and you know where to look. And I'll just put everything there. Everybody good? Give me a thumbs up. All right, cool. And then if anybody sees Javier or Jose, and if you can pass the information on to Kristen, that would be great. And I'm going to end the chat. I'll see you guys on Wednesday at 11 o'clock again. Cool?
Cool.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Fort up. Everybody fort up. Get on Fortnite. Let's play.
Okay.
Hey.